Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie Haney and I have a bit of an update for you in the case against Ohio business owner Bobby George. This is the business owner in Cleveland and Columbus who was charged here in the city of Cleveland with 9 felonies related to domestic violence. He's been charged with attempted murder, rape, and multiple counts of kidnapping. And I'm here to tell you today that the case is ongoing. There have been some questions about this because if you remember, back in August, on August 21st, his case was assigned to a special prosecutor. That special prosecutor is Jane Hanlon. It was assigned to her because the Cuyahoga County prosecutor, Michael O'Malley, had received donations from the George family. So, to avoid any appearance of conflict, the case was sent to a special prosecutor. That's Jane Hanlon. And I spoke to Jane Hanlon this week, and she told me the investigation is ongoing. Now, I'm telling you this now because multiple people have been wondering what's going on with this case. It's been almost 3 months since it was assigned to Jane Hanlon on August 21st. Today is November 14th. What's going on? She told me that she's still in the process of gathering electronic evidence, and that's why no grand jury date has been set. If a grand jury date gets set, that is a group that will decide whether or not to indict Bobby George on those charges, and then that would move the process forward for the case to continue in the Cuyahoga County courts under the supervision of Special Prosecutor Jane Hanlon. Now, I can also tell you that there's a temporary protective order that is live in this case. It's live in Cuyahoga County, and Bobby George has been ordered not to have contact with the person who filed the report against him. I asked his attorney today, Kevin Spellacy, if he had made any motions to modify that temporary protective order, and he said no. The reason I'm telling you that is because the only way there could be a change made to that temporary protective order is if the defense attorney or the prosecution filed to modify that protective order, and that has not happened. That temporary protective order is going to stay in place until this case is adjudicated in Cuyahoga County. So it's still in effect. Bobby George is not supposed to be having contact with the person who filed the reports against him, and the investigation is ongoing. I didn't get any kind of an indication from Jane Hanlon on when she expects to have all of the electronic evidence that she needs in order to make a decision on whether to move forward with prosecuting this case or to impanel a grand jury in this case. But I do recall that back in the beginning of learning about this case, we did see in reports that the person who filed the reports against him had said that there was proof of Bobby George admitting to the things that he's accused of. Now, his attorney has said that he's done nothing wrong, but perhaps the electronic records that prosecutor Jane Hanlon is looking for have something to do with that. We just don't know. Electronic records are things like text messages, videos, emails, anything you can think of that would exist in the digital world, that's an electronic record. So we will continue to monitor this case. I'll continue to check in with prosecutor Jane Hanlon, and I will let you know more as there is to share it as I learn that information. But for now, you can know that the case has not been dropped. It is continuing in the investigation phase, and we'll know more when prosecutor Jane Hanlon tells us more. And I'll let you know when that happens.